Good evening and welcome back to Stan Slack Field here at Errol Russell Park in beautiful Sarnia, Ontario, as we bring you our nightcap of our featured games here on the opening day of the CABC Gold Bat Tournament. This evening's game is going to feature the Tecumseh Thunder, who are currently in the field right now, taking on the Newmarket Hawks of the Greater Toronto Baseball League. We'll go through the starting lineups. First for Newmarket, leading off, playing left field, number 28, Darcy Moore. Batting second, the center fielder, number 11, Bryn Sanford. Batting third, the catcher, number 15, Troy McLaughlin. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 18, Colby Guy. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 17, Reed Lunny. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 25, Robin Fox Pappas. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 2, Lenny Wood. Batting eighth, the third baseman, number 21, Tyler Giancos. And batting ninth, the second baseman, number 3, Paul Wilson. The starting pitcher tonight for the Newmarket Hawks is number 21, Ryan Perreault. For Tecumseh, leading off, playing second base, number 19, Caden Gomes. Batting second, the shortstop, number 16, Dan Workington. Batting third, the right fielder, number 13, Ross Barker. The cleanup hitter, the first baseman, number 27, Cam Goddard. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 32, Noah Ruddle. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 12, Patrick Kibble. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 23, Tyler Ruddle. Batting eighth, the DH, number 2, Keaton Ruddle. And batting ninth, the center fielder, number 29, Austin Olds. The starting pitcher this evening for the Tecumseh Thunder is number 21, big right-hander Chris Horvath. He delivers his first pitch of the evening, which is a strike to leadoff hitter Darcy Moore. And we are underway here with our second game at Stan Slack Field. First pitch time is 8:34 p.m. The reason for the announcement is we do have time limits on these round-robin games. It's 2 hours and 15 minutes, no new inning after that, with a cap of 2:30. And quickly, Darcy Moore finds himself in an 0-2 hole here to Chris Horvath. He swings through that slider and misses. And very quickly on 3 pitches, Darcy Moore is down on strikes for the first out here in the top of the first inning. So that will bring up the center fielder, number 11, Bryn Sanford. Horvath with a long look in here. Here's the first pitch. Sanford squares the bunt, lays that one down just in front of the plate. Horvath off the mound with a good, strong throw to Cam Goddard at first. And Bryn Sanford is down for the second out here in the top of the first. So 2 quick outs here for the Thunder here in the top half of the first inning. That's going to bring up the catcher, number 15, Troy McLaughlin. First pitch, fastball, outside corner, called strike 1. That fastball just misses the outside corner for a ball. Both these teams last year, very strong outings at the National Qualifying Tournament in Windsor, a long weekend in August, both going 2-2. That slider just off the end of the bat towards short right field, and that is going to get down in front of the right fielder, Ross Barker. And Troy McLaughlin aboard here with 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning with that single. So that's going to bring up the cleanup hitter this evening for the Newmarket Hawks, first baseman, number 18, Colby Guy. McLaughlin with a conservative lead off of first base. Here's the first pitch. That one belted towards right center field. Both outfielders going back. They're at the fence. And that ball is out of here. Colby Guy puts a good swing on that first pitch from Chris Horvath. And that ball exits the park in right center field, and it is a quick 2-0 lead here for the Newmarket Hawks here in the top of the first inning of this one. So Horvath going to settle back in here, go back to work. First pitch to shortstop Reed Lunny in there for strike one. Lunny been a mainstay here with the Hawks over the last few seasons, coming up from the junior Hawks. Another good fastball there from Horvath, pours in over the inside corner for strike two. Again, if you're joining us on the stream, let us know where you're watching from. We appreciate you joining us here this evening in beautiful Sarnia, Ontario. That pitch swung on and missed. That's going to get to the backstop, though. Lunny going to make his way to first. And the throw from catcher Noah Ruddle not in time. So Lunny is going to reach on the error to the catcher. So he now sits at first base with 2 outs here as DH Robin Fox Pappas. Going to dig in for his first at the bat of the night. See, hits a chopper towards short. Workington in to get that one. Throws on to Cam Goddard at first. And Fox Pappas is retired for the third out. But not before the Newmarket Hawks are able to get themselves going in this one. They get 2 runs on 2 hits. There was one Tecumseh error, and the Hawks leave 1 runner on base. The score after 1/2 inning of play here at Stan Slack Field, it is the Newmarket Hawks 2, with the Tecumseh Thunder coming to bat in the bottom of the first inning. We're going to take a quick break here on opening night action of the 2026 CABC Gold Bat Tournament. We're happy you're joining us here this evening. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back. So we're all set for action here in the bottom of the first inning as second baseman Caden Gomes going to make his way to the dish to get things going for the Tecumseh Thunder against Newmarket right-hander Ryan Perrant. That slider roped down the third base line, called just foul down the third base line, much to the chagrin of the Thunder bench, who all had a pretty good look at that being down the first base line. Coach going in to have a peek. I guess we just finished with the French Open a few weeks ago. It's just like looking at the clay. Doesn't seem to be too much of an argument there, but that was extremely close to the first base line. So the count now, 0-2. Here's the pitch from Perrant. That one's going to be fouled just out of play into the netting, just over the top of the first base dugout. Again, just underway here. 2-0 Newmarket early in this one on a 2-run home run off the bat of first baseman Colby Guy. That pitch misses down and away from Perron for ball one. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Slider popped up on the infield. Shortstop Reed Lenny going to make the call. He'll make the catch. Caden Gomes is down for the first out here in the bottom of the first inning. Oops. First pitch to shortstop Dan Workington, going to miss inside for a ball. Again, if you're watching along on our stream tonight, let us know where you're watching from. Glad you're taking some of your Friday evening with us here as we bring you opening night coverage here of the games in Sarnia for our Gold Bat tournament. Matthew, thanks for the comment. Again, if you're looking for or you want to tell people where to find us, everything is being streamed on YouTube under our CABC Baseball YouTube channel from now on. 2-0 pitch, laced to right center field, and that's going to get down and all the way to the fence. Lenny Wood tracks that one down, gets it back into the infield, but Workington going to saunter into second base with a 1-out double. As the Thunder look to try and answer back here after giving up 2 in the top half of the first. Right fielder Ross Barker going to step in now for his first at-bat of the evening. First pitch to Barker, cued off the end of the bat, back to the pitcher Perron. He's going to flip over to Colby Guy at first base. And on one pitch, Barker is down for the second out here in the top or bottom of the first. So that's going to bring up the first baseman, veteran player Cam Goddard. He's been at this for a little while now, this senior stuff. Played some years with the Windsor Stars. Now finds himself with the Tecumseh Thunder. First pitch to him. Slider that misses outside for ball one. A couple of updates from our earlier games at 6 p.m. It was the Sarnia Brigade walking off the Burlington Brants here by a score of 4-3. Out at Eric McKenzie Field as that pitch bounces in for a ball. It was the Leaside Leafs coming back from a 5-run deficit to defeat the Arundel Cardinals by a score of 12-9. And down the road at Blackwell Park here in Sarnia, it was the Ilderton Riverhawks defeating the Michigan Braves by a score of 2-1 in that game. I do know that the Milton Red Sox defeated the Waterloo Tigers in the fourth game that was out at Morrison Field in Petrolia. I don't have a score for that one, but we'll get everything updated on the site after this game and make sure that folks are kept in the loop with what's going on here. 2-1 pitch coming from Perron. Cam Goddard hits that one hard on the ground to shortstop. Reed Lenny up across the diamond and able to retire Goddard in time for the third out here in the bottom of the first inning. No runs on one hit. There were no Newmarket errors. And the Thunder leave one runner on base. The score after one inning of play here at Stan Slack Field at beautiful Errol Russell Park. It is the Newmarket Hawks with an early 2-0 lead over the Tecumseh Thunder. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back for action here in the top of the second inning after a short pause. Stay tuned. All right, we're back here for action at the top of the second inning. We did just get a quick update. The score from Petrolia tonight was Milton 11, Waterloo 8 in that game. So again, we'll get everything updated on the site following this one here before we leave the park tonight to make sure everything's updated there. So leading off here for the Newmarket Hawks in the top of the second inning is right fielder Lenny Wood. He'll be followed by third baseman Tyler Giancos. And then Paul Wilson, the second baseman, due up third this inning against big right-hander Chris Horvath of the Tecumseh Thunder. As that one fouled back here into the netting for strike 2. Horv, not a stranger to many teams around the province. He's been pitching with Tecumseh for a number of years now. One of the better arms in the province, commands both sides of the plate, has lots of off-speed stuff. Certainly knows how to work the ball around the zone, as that one is a check swing foul ball down the left field line from Lenny Wood. Keeps the count at 0-2. We did find out a little while ago that the Thunder will be hosting the Canadian National Championships again after hosting them in 2024. They will be the host again in 2028, so not this year, not next year, but the year after. As that ball is belted down the right field line, and it is going to hook just foul, as Wood will make his way back to the plate. So congrats to Jamie Kell and his coaching staff, as well as the organization, on being able to secure a Nationals bid again for the team. I know being down there in 2024, helping out with the broadcasting, they did a great job with the tournament, and certainly looking forward to hopefully returning back there in 28 to help out as we can. Another 0-2 pitch to Lenny Wood, down and in, and that one fouled back to the backstop for a strike. Tyler Giancos makes his way back to pick up those 2 balls. Tyler was our inaugural tournament MVP. That ball hit off the glove of Horvath onto second base, onto first. And they're able to just retire Lenny Wood in time. Your conventional 1-4-3 put out there for the first out here in the top of the second. So 1 out here in the top of the second. That's going to bring up the aforementioned Tyler Giancos, who we were just talking about. So Tyler, back in 24, was our first tournament MVP, as the Newmarket Hawks took down the title that year, defeating the Windsor Stars in the final, I believe. Or no, sorry, they beat the Sarnia Brigade in the final that year, 5-2. Another good fastball there from Horvath, finds the outside corner for strike 2. So Tyler, the MVP of that tournament, and I believe the top hitter from Sarnia was another veteran, Kyle Maloney. Testing my memory here a little bit. Good spot there for that 0-2 pitch, as it just misses up and away for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count now here. Top of the second inning, 2-0 Newmarket on a 2-run home run off the bat of cleanup hitter Colby Guy. That fastball going to find the outside corner for called strike 3. And the Hawks have 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. A second baseman, Paul Wilson, going to make his way to the dish. So 2 outs here. Horvath with the deep breath and the look in here to catcher Noah Ruddle. First pitch from Horvath. Fastball popped up towards short right field. And the right fielder, Ross Barker, going to make the catch there. Quick inning for Horvath. So we have nothing across. No runs, no hits, no errors. No one left on base. We head to the bottom of the second inning here at Stan Slack Field. Score remains the Newmarket Hawks 2 and the Tecumseh Thunder no score. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back to the top of the second inning, or bottom of the second inning, after a short pause. Stay tuned. All right, we're back to action here in the bottom of the second inning. The Newmarket Hawks with an early 2-0 lead in this one. 5, 6, 7 due up here for the Thunder in the bottom of the second inning as catcher Noah Ruddle going to lead things off. Third baseman Patrick Kibble due up second. And the left fielder Tyler Ruddle due up third as that first pitch misses down from Newmarket right-hander Ryan Perron. Able to bounce back, though, and even up the count now, 1-1 with that strike. That pitch going to miss down and away for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike now, the count. Kim, make sure you're safe driving in. We'll keep you covered here with the game. That slider going to miss just down and in for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike to count now. Again, if you're hanging out in our stream tonight, let us know where you're watching from. Say hello. Glad you're able to spend part of your Friday night with us as that pitch misses down and away. And the leadoff man aboard here for the Thunder in the bottom of the second inning. So that's going to bring up the third baseman, Patrick Kibble, for his first at bat of the evening. First pass fastball from Perron finds the zone for strike 1. A 1-pitch slider in the dirt. Good block there from the catcher, Troy McLaughlin. Count evens up now. 1 ball, 1 strike. Long pause from Perron. Here's the pitch. Fastball that just misses up and in for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike now, the count. And opening night action from the 2026 CABC Gold Bat Tournament. Second of our feature games here this evening from Stan Slack Field. As that ball hit on the ground towards third, but it's going to be just outside the bag and foul. Appreciate you all taking the time to join us this evening. Appreciate the support for the website. I've been receiving a number of messages over the past couple of months. Really do appreciate everyone following from across the country. It's greatly appreciated. That ball is fouled back and out of play on the right side. I'm going to bounce over into the building just beside us here to our right. That curveball going to drop in and find the inside corner for a called strike 3. And that is the first out here in the bottom of the second inning. Kibble down on strikes. So that's going to bring up the left fielder, Tyler Ruddle. That ball hit on the ground towards second base. Paul Wilson ranges all the way over. Strong throw to first, but not in time as Ruddle able to beat that one out. And he will be safe at first base. Interesting. 3 Ruddles in the lineup now for the Thunder. A little bit hard to juggle here. So the first pitch to the third Ruddle in the lineup tonight, Keaton Ruddle, who is the designated hitter, finds the zone for strike 1. That ball fouled back into the netting for strike 2. So quick 0-2 hole here for Keaton Ruddle. He faces Newmarket right-hander Ryan Perron. Couple of looks back to second. Here's the pitch. Slider in the dirt. Good block there from Troy McLaughlin. Ruddle doesn't bite at that pitch. The count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch. Fastball. That finds the outside corner. And that is the second strikeout of the inning for Perron as he catches Ruddle looking for the second out of the inning. Apologies, forgot to update our base runners there. So we have first and second now with 2 outs. And it is going to be the center fielder, Austin Olds, who digs in for his first at bat of the evening. Takes a good hack at that Perron slider, but comes up empty for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike to count. Perron comes set. Here's the pitch. Another slider that misses down for a ball. Evens the count now. 1 ball, 1 strike. Beautiful day here in Sarnia. I've been here since 10 a.m. Did some golfing this morning. So that pitch misses low and away for ball 2. Weather's been absolutely gorgeous here. Sun just starting to set here now as we play at Stan Slack Field. Starting to cool off just nicely here after a nice day that was probably around 25 degrees or so as that pitch misses down and away for a ball. So hitters count here for Olds. 3-1 here as the Thunder look to try and get on the board here in the bottom of the second. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That fastball going to find the outside corner for a called strike. So counts full now, 3-2 with 2 outs. So both runners going to be on the move here as Austin Olds looks to try and get Tecumseh on the board. Here's the full count offering. That slider just going to miss down and away. So the base is now full of Tecumseh Thunder. And we're back to the top of the order with second baseman Caden Gomes. First pitch to Gomes. Going to find the outside corner for a called strike. Gomes 0 for 1 this evening as he popped out to shortstop in his first at bat. That ball belted down the right field line, but it is going to drop foul. That pitch misses up and away for a ball, so 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. That ball hit on the ground to third base. Gianco's going to make the play. He'll step on third for the force out. And that's all for the Tecumseh Thunder here in the bottom of the second inning. So for Tecumseh in the bottom half of the second inning, they score no runs. There's no errors. And there are 3 men left on base. The score after 2 complete innings of play. It is the Newmarket Hawks 2 and the Tecumseh Thunder no score. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back for the top of the third inning. So we're back to action here in the top of the third inning from Stan Slack Field. The Newmarket Hawks currently lead this game over the Tecumseh Thunder by a score of 2-0 in our nightcap of our featured games here on the opening day of the 2026 CABC Gold Bat Tournament. We're back to the top of the order with left fielder Darcy Moore leading things off against right-hander Chris Horvath of the Tecumseh Thunder. That slider finds the zone for strike one, evens the count now, 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Horvath. Another good fastball, swung through and missed by Moore for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Another good fastball from Horvath, and that one overpowers Moore again. And he's down on strikes for the second time this evening for the first out here in the top of the third. Apologize about the feed tipping there. I'm using my phone this year, so trying to get it to sit in the bracket. So 1 out here, that's going to bring up the center fielder, Bryn Sanford, as that fastball misses outside for ball 1. Bryn 0 for 1. He grounded out back to Horvath. On a bunt attempt in the first inning. He was put out by Horvath at first as he swings and misses that pitch for strike 1. Count even now, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the delivery from Horvath. That fastball sails outside for a ball. 2-1 the count now, 1 out here, top of the third inning. That fastball going to find the inside corner for strike 2. Good pitch there from Horvath. Low and hard, right on the inside corner. Evens the count now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 delivery. That pitch on the outside corner, and that is called a strike 3. That is the second out here in the top of the third inning. Bryn Sanford didn't look too happy about that one, but looked like a pretty good pitch there. It looked like it clipped the outside corner. So 2 outs now. That's going to bring up the catcher, Troy McLaughlin. That pitch sails up and in for ball 1. McLaughlin 0 for 1 tonight. 1 for 1 tonight. My apologies. He had a single back in the first and came around to score on Colby Guy's 2-run home run in the first. Another good fastball from Horvath for strike 1. One thing about Chris, and I've played senior baseball for 17 years in the province. I played against Chris for a good number of those years and never gets fazed by too much. Always stays on task on the mound. Colby Guy got a pretty good piece of that pitch in the first inning, but since then, Chris has settled right back in. He's retired 5 in a row, 3 of those by strikeout. Finds himself up 1-2 here now on McLaughlin. So that fastball is going to find the outside corner as well. And Horvath sits down the side in order on strikeouts. No runs, no hits, no errors. And nobody left on base. The score after 2.5 innings of play here from Stan Slack Field in beautiful Sarnia, Ontario. It is the Newmarket Hawks continuing to lead the Tecumseh Thunder by a score of 2-0 on opening night at the 2026 CABC Gold Bat Tournament. The NSD along with you for the evening. Glad you're able to take some of your Friday night with us. We'll take a short pause and get ready for the bottom of the third just after a short break. So we're back to action here in the bottom of the third inning, our second feature game of the evening from our CABC Gold Bat tournament. Newmarket Hawks currently lead the Tecumseh Thunder by a score of 2-0. 2-3-4 due up here for the Tecumseh Thunder in the bottom of the third. It'll be shortstop Dan Workington leading it off, followed by Ross Barker, the right fielder, and the first baseman Cam Goddard due up third against Newmarket right-hander Ryan Perron, as that pitch is fouled into the backstop for strike two. So a quick 0-2 hole here for Dan Workington, who is 1 for 1 this evening with a double in his last at bat. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one popped up down the right field line. It is going to sail foul and out of play. So the count remains 0-2. Perron with the long look in here to catcher Troy McLaughlin. Here's the pitch, fastball, and that's going to be fouled back and out of play to our right. Another 0-2 pitch. That one fouled off at the plate as that one hops up and hits Workington in the shoulder. Perron comes set. So count still 0-2 here on shortstop Dan Workington. He's working right-hander Ryan Perron. Another pitch popped up down the right field line. This one going to stay in play. First baseman Colby Guy giving it a look. He's able to make the catch. And after a lengthy at-bat, Dan Workington is down for the first out here in the bottom of the third inning. So that's going to bring up the right fielder, Ross Barker, who hit a little nubber back to pitcher Perron back in the first inning. So he's 0 for 1 tonight. That ball also popped up down the right field line. Colby Guy going to give that one a look as well, and that is going to be just out of his reach and drops foul for strike one. So the count is now 0-1 on Barker. Here's the pitch on the ground to third base. Giancos up with that one clean across the diamond. Nice pick there by Colby Guy at first base. And Barker's down for the second out here in the bottom of the third. So Cam Goddard, the batter now with 2 outs. Humpy's going to take that one a little below the belt. Troy McLaughlin going to go for a walk and give him a second. So McLaughlin going to take his time getting back to make sure that he's good to go. So the count 1-0 here on Cam Goddard. So that fastball sails up and away for ball 2. So Goddard into a bit of a hitter's count here now, 2-0. That pitch misses as well for ball 3. So the count now 3 balls and no strikes on Cam Goddard with catcher Noah Ruddle waiting on deck. That fastball just going to find the top of the zone for strike 1. Three-one pitch coming. That one going to miss up and away. And Cam Goddard going to make his way down to first with the 2-out walk. So a little bit of life here for the Thunder in the bottom of the third as they have a runner aboard here with 2 outs, and catcher Noah Ruddle going to dig in. That pitch misses down and in for ball 1. So 1-0 the count. Goddard with the lead from first. Ruddle takes that pitch down in the dirt. Cam Goddard looked like he was going to go there, but thought better of it as that one was blocked up by Troy McLaughlin. So he makes his way back to first. The count, though, 2-0. So, again, good hitters count here for catcher Noah Ruddle. He walked in his first plate appearance. Time called at the plate. So we'll reset here. Perron comes set. Here's the pitch. Drops that slider just below the knees for ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes the count. Here's the pitch. I'm going to miss down as well. And back-to-back walks here have something brewing for the Thunder. That's going to draw a visit from Newmarket coach Brian Bratt. So we'll take a break while they have their meeting. We'll be right back. All right, we're back to go here as that pitch belted on the ground towards shortstop. Nice sliding play there by Reed Lunny, but he throws that one into right field. Both runners going to come and advance a base. Good strong throw there from Lenny Wood from right field. So the Thunder finally on the board here as they're able to get a run on the error from Lunny at shortstop. So Kibble going to reach on the fielder's choice. He stands at second. So that pitch in there for a strike to left fielder Tyler Ruddle. So second and third here with 2 outs. Pitch coming from Perron. So the count now 0-1. Oh, sorry, 0-2, and that pitch finds the outside corner, so that's going to end the inning. But not before the Thunder are able to get on the board here, as they're able to push one run across. They do so with no hits. There was one Newmarket error, and they leave a pair of runners on base. The score after 3 complete innings of play, it is the Newmarket Hawks 2, the Tecumseh Thunder 1. We're going to take a short break here on the other side. When we come back for the top of the 4th inning, we're going to have game MVP from our previous game, Hank Vandermeer, with us to chat a little bit about his game. So stay tuned. We'll get him mic'd up, and we'll be right back. All right, we're back for the top of the 4th inning here. The Newmarket Hawks currently lead this game by a score of 2-1, as the man responsible for those 2 runs steps into the plate as first baseman Colby Guy steps in for his second go-around here against veteran Chris Horvath. On with us here, we have game MVP from the previous game, which is Hank Vandermeer. Hank, thanks for taking a couple of minutes to come and chat with us this half inning. Like I said, I know this is new for me, so I hope this works. Yeah. I have my volume up a little bit to make sure it clicks in, but thanks for coming and chatting with us.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for having me.
Perfect. So last game for you guys, big walk-off win against the Burlington Brants, a team that's done pretty well this year as well. Kind of talk about that. So for yourself, win in relief, you throw 3 innings. You had a big home run in the first inning to kind of get your team going after giving up a run in the top half of the first. Kind of walk me through that game a little bit and how that went.
Yeah, I mean, they credit to them. They had a great arm on the mound out there. He threw really well. And yeah, like you said, good to get that run back, those 2 runs back after giving up 1 in the first, and have our starter go deep in that game from that. And yeah, I mean, our captain from our junior team showed who he's been all year and who he's been his whole career, and that's been a guy who comes through in the clutch time and wins ball games for us, and yeah, knocking in that winning run. So that was huge from him.
So we were talking a little bit before we came back on the air with you, but new to the senior team this year, still playing with the junior team here, as well as Guy swings through that one. He's down on strikes here for the first out in the 4th inning. For yourself, kind of talk about the tournament and what that experience has been like so far now playing at the men's AAA level.
Yeah, it's been an amazing experience so far in my short time here. I mean, the culture here is awesome. We got a great ballpark here in Sarnia, and yeah, it's been amazing. It's been awesome.
So for yourself, I know you said you played a little bit of ball down south. Mm-hmm. Last year, I believe you said you were in.
I was our South Chicago in Illinois, junior college in Illinois.
Right. You told me that, and I forgot immediately after you told me. Next year, heading to a D1 in Louisiana.
Yeah.
Kind of talk about the differences between the ball up here versus the ball down there. And I know it's different with schooling and stuff like that, but just talk about what your experience has been like down there.
Yeah, I mean the ball up here is, I mean it's at a very good level. I'll always say to the guys down there, like it's the top end. It will compete with any top end down in the States. Like we have a lot of talent, especially at the age group I played with. We had the opportunity to play against a lot of really good players. One of who's Brendan Lawson, who's in Florida right now. He's projected to be top 3 pick next year in the draft. And so, yeah, kind of what I always tell the guys down in the States is that the top end talent from Canada is always going to be there. And I think as the years are going on, the depth is really going to get there, as especially with the popularity of the Blue Jays and the success they're having. You know, that always drives a lot more young guys into baseball. And so I think the game of baseball is it's always growing in Canada, and it's at a really good spot right now.
So another strikeout there for Horvath as he sets down shortstop Reed Lenny on strikes as well. Talk a little bit about what you kind of see, where you kind of see baseball taking you throughout your time here. I mean, obviously down south, I'm sure you have aspirations of getting somewhere, but kind of talk about that a little bit, where you kind of see baseball taking you with that.
Yeah, so I've had the opportunity so far to play college baseball, like I said, and that's helped pay for my education, and that's been hugely helpful, and that's been a dream come true for me. And I think, yeah, obviously the next steps, like you say, are to potentially go into pro ball and explore that. And so, and I think what I've learned in Canada from these programs around here has really put me in a good spot to make the transition to college, and then with that into pro ball. And so, yeah, I'll always be thankful for Canadian baseball for that.
Amazing. So we have Tyler Robin Fox Pappas at the place right now. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out the shortstop in his last at bat, and pretty dominant inning there from Chris Horvath as he sits down the side on strikeouts. Hank, thank you so much for taking some time to come down and chat with us. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Best of luck to you and the guys the rest of the weekend.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for taking some time.
Thank you, sir.
Cheers, man. All right, we're going to take a short break here on the broadcast. We'll be right back. The score here remains the Newmarket Hawks 2 and the Tecumseh Thunder 1 as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. So stay tuned. We'll be right back at the bottom of the half of the inning just after this. All right, we're back for the bottom of the 4th inning here as the Tecumseh Thunder come to the plate. They are going to be bringing up 7, 8, 9 as the left fielder Tyler Ruddle set to lead things off. Again, a big thank you to Hank Vandermeer from the Sarnia Brigade as he came down and chatted with us there that last half inning about their big 4-3 win over the Burlington Brants. We're all set here now as we get the music turned off and we're ready to go. That first pitch to Keaton Ruddle that's up now. My apologies. So I missed something there last inning. So the count even now at 1-1. That ball fouled back and out of play. Keeps the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Trying some new stuff here. We got some in-game interviews and stuff like that, so I'm just trying to get myself recalibrated here and back into it. But 1-2 the count here, and the pitch from Perron misses up and away for a ball. Evens the count now at 2-2. Center fielder Austin Olds waits on deck to bat second. Then we're back to the top of the order with second baseman Caden Gomes due up third. That pitch bounces in the dirt and fills the count, now 3-2. Here's the full count offering from Perron. That pitch misses up and in. And the Thunder able to get their leadoff runner aboard here in the bottom of the fourth on a base on balls. And that's going to bring up Austin Olds. Bunt laid down by Olds, played by Giancos. He throws to first and is able to retire Austin. So the sack bunt able to push a runner into scoring position here for the Thunder. And we're back to the top of the order with second baseman Caden Gomes. First pitch from Perron. Slider that drops just below the zone for ball one. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That ball laced to center field. That's going to get down in front of Brent Sanford. Runner at second had to hold up to make sure that was going to get down. So that's a single for Caden Gomes. His first hit of the evening. And the Thunder now have runners on the corners with one out. And shortstop Dan Workington making his way to the plate as the Newmarket defense going to get together here on the infield and just chat some strategy here. Again, we have a full day of action coming up tomorrow here at all four parks. Tomorrow morning here at Errol Russell, we will have the Sarnia Brigade taking on the Brampton Royals. At Blackwell Park, it will be the Arundel Cardinals taking on the Michigan Braves. At Eric McKenzie Field out in Courtright, it will be the Ilderton River Hawks and Newmarket Hawks. And a battle of the birds there. And then at Morrison Field in Petrolia, it will be the Windsor Athletics taking on the Burlington Brants. So those will be our 10 a.m. games. We will have the Sarnia Brampton game for you here from the stadium. As that pitch taken high as well from Workington for ball two. Again, if you're looking to find us, CABC Baseball on YouTube. Our channel will be streaming games throughout the weekend here from Errol Russell, including up until the final on Sunday afternoon at 1:30. That slider just misses inside for a ball. Runs the count now to 3-0, should be. Our scoreboard operator getting a little bit sloppy up there. 3 balls, no strikes to count. Runners on the corners here, both taking very conservative leads. That pitch going to miss down in the dirt. And Workington going to make his way to first with the walk. And the base is now loaded for Tecumseh. And it's going to be right fielder Ross Barker who strides up to the plate. Barks is 0 for 2 tonight. Grounded out to the pitcher. He also grounded out to third base. So the Thunder threatening here. Newmarket currently leads this game 2-1. That ball hit on the ground. Little chopper towards the first base. A little bit of a high throw there from Colby Guy, but Troy McLaughlin able to rein that one in and get the force out at the plate for the second out of the inning. All the other runners going to advance one base. Barker going to reach on the fielder's choice. And that's going to bring up first baseman Cam Goddard. First pitch from Perron. Fastball in the outside corner for strike one. Perron trying to wiggle his way out of a little bit of a jam here as they had first and second with nobody out. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Goddard. Fastball hit in the gap towards left center, and that's going to get down and all the way to the fences. That's going to bring in 2 runs for sure. Barker getting the wave as well. Here's the throw to Lenny. Here comes the throw to the plate. And not in time as the ball squirts out of the glove of Troy McLaughlin. And that is a 3-run double from Cam Goddard. And that now gives the Tecumseh Thunder a 4-2 lead in this game. As Goddard comes up with the clutch hit with the 3-run double. So catcher Noah Ruddle going to come up now. He swings through that first pitch from Perron for strike one. That ball hit hard on the ground towards short. Reed Lunny up with it clean over to first. And they're able to retire Ruddle in time for the third out, but not before the Tecumseh Thunder are able to claim their first lead in this game. They scored 3 runs on 2 hits. There were no errors. And they leave 1 runner on base. The score after 4 complete innings of play here from Stan Slack Field. It is the Tecumseh Thunder now leading the Newmarket Hawks by a score of 4-2. We're going to take a quick pause, and we'll be right back for the top of the 5th inning just after a short break. Okay, we're back for the top of the 5th inning here as we continue to debate the score. We all have 4-2 sitting here. Newmarket apparently wants to make it harder on themselves, but I'm pretty sure we do have 4-2 for the score right now. Either way, we'll get it sorted out here, but it's going to be right fielder Lenny Wood leading things off here in the top of the 5th. against right-hander Chris Horvath as he swings through and misses that one for a strike. Count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. That pitch misses for a ball. So the count now evens up at 2-2. That pitch fouled back into the backstop. That ball hit hard to right field. That's going to be a catch for the first out here in the top of the 5th. So Giancos takes that fastball. He's going to make his way to first. So it looks like Giancos, who reached after being hit by a pitch, is going to advance to second on a balk call from the base umpire. So Paul Wilson is the batter here, the second baseman. So we were just trying to get the score all sorted out here. We just went back, looked through, and had a peek at Newmarket's game changers. So it does look like they made an error in the second innings, getting a run scored on a fielder's choice. But that fielder's choice was also the third out of the inning, so that run shouldn't have counted. So it is 4-2. As that pitch is in there for a strike from Chris Horvath. That ball chopped back to the mound. Horvath with a little bit of a bobble there. Looked like he wanted to go to third, but instead he's going to take the out at first. So we have a runner at third now with 2 outs. We're back to the top of the order with Darcy Moore coming to the plate. So that pitch in there for a strike to Moore. Another fastball that pours in over the outside corner for strike 2. Moore 0 for 2 tonight with a pair of strikeouts. As Newmarket looking to try and get a run back here in this inning after giving up 3 in the last inning on a 3-run double from Cam Goddard. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Darcy Moore. That fastball just misses up for a ball. Good velocity there from from Chris Horvath. Too many names going through my head right now. Horvath with a look in with a shake. Here's the pitch. That cutter going to find the outside corner, and that's a called strike 3. So the Hawks get a runner to third base, can't cash in though as they go no runs for no hits. There was no Tecumseh errors, and they leave one runner on base. The score after 4.5 innings of play remains the Tecumseh Thunder 4 and the Newmarket Hawks 2. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back for the bottom of the 5th inning just after a short pause. All right, we're back for the bottom of the 5th inning. It is third baseman Patrick Kibble leading things off, and he does so with a walk. Sorry, we get everything reset here on our scoreboard. Just had to take a quick break to the bathroom. So we have a runner on first, nobody out. That pitch misses from Perron for a ball. To left fielder Tyler Ruddle. That one fouled off at the plate, so that's going to even the count now. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch just misses in for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike now, the count. After this half inning, we'll try and grab you some updates from our evening games. There's only 3 of them tonight, nothing at Petrolia. We do have a game happening at Blackwell. We have one happening also out at Eric McKenzie Field in Courtright. I'll have a peek in there and see what's going on. We'll get everything updated on the site at the end of the evening, as well as standings and scores. Is Perron able to get Ruddle to swing and miss at that one for strike 3? He's down for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up one of 3 Ruddles now in the lineup. Keaton Ruddle, the designated hitter. 1 for 2 with a walk. That pitch up and in, and came close to hitting the batter, but just missed. The count now 1 ball. That pitch missing down from Perron for ball 2. That pitch misses for a ball as well, so runs the count now to 3-0. There is some action down in the Newmarket bullpen right now as left-hander Lucas Tuma is up and throwing now as that pitch misses for a ball as well. And that is a walk for Keaton Ruddle. And that's going to draw a mound visit from Hawks bench boss Matt Richard here as he makes his way out to the mound to chat with Perron, the defense. So we'll take a quick break here while we have this. Actually, instead of taking the break, we'll go look at our updates now from the games that are happening. Just pulling them up here on my computer. So we have 2 of the 3 games that are showing up. We'll try and get an update. The only one not showing up right now is the Windsor Stars and Thornhill Reds, which is happening out at Eric McKenzie Field in Courtright. The only other game happening so far this evening is and I do believe it is the final score actually showing up now. The Brampton Royals defeat the Windsor Athletics by a score of 15-0 at Blackwell Park in that game. So that game is done. We'll try and get an update from the Thornhill game that's going on out at Courtright and get that posted for you. We do have a pitching change here for the Newmarket Hawks as left-hander Lucas Tuma makes his way into the game for Ryan Perron. So we'll take a quick break and then we'll come back with action here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Tecumseh Thunder with 2 runners on, first and second, 1 out, and currently lead this game by a score of 4-2. So we'll take a break and we'll be right back. So we're all setting back to action here now. As the pitching change on the mound, it is Lucas Earl that is in pitching now. My apologies, Lucas Tuma. So we have runners at the corners here now after the fielder's choice. That ball is belted to left field for a single. That's going to drop in for Caden Gomes. Gomes with the RBI single, and that's going to run the Tecumseh lead now to 5-2. Leaves runners on first and second with 2 outs. That fastball finds the outside corner from Earl for strike one against shortstop Dan Workington of Tecumseh. Workington is 1 for 2 tonight with a double, a walk, and he popped out to first base as that pitch misses down for a ball. The only other game we didn't have a chance to update was out at Courtright. The score there right now, it is the Windsor Stars currently leading the Thornhill Reds by a score of 2-0 as they play in the top of the third inning. So we'll keep trying to get updates from that one as we progress throughout the evening. Nice little slider there from Earl, but that one just misses down for a ball. So the count now, 2 balls and 1 strike, as you just heard there from our home plate umpire. Workington hits that ball hard to center field. Bryn Sanford makes his way over. He's going to make the catch. And that is all for the Tecumseh Thunder here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Not before they're able to tack on to their lead, though. They get 1 run on 1 hit. There were no Newmarket errors. And they leave a pair of runners on base. 5 innings of play in the books here from Stan Slack Field in beautiful Sarnia, Ontario on opening night of the 2026 CABC Gold Bat Tournament. The score, it is the Tecumseh Thunder 5 and the Newmarket Hawks 2. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back for action in the top of the 6th inning just after a short pause. Stay tuned. All right, right-hander Chris Horvath all done with his warm-up pitches, and we're set to go here in the top of the 6th inning. Part of the order coming up for the Newmarket Hawks, that it is the center fielder Bryn Sanford leading off, followed by the catcher Troy McLaughlin, and then first baseman Colby Guy due up third this inning. Horvath been pretty dominant so far in this game. He's currently given up 2 runs over 5 innings of work as Bryn Sanford squares the bunt. They check down to first, and they say no on the attempt. Again, very close there as Sanford saw that pitch dip low, was able to pull his bat back in time, according to the first base umpire. So the count 1-0. Here's the pitch from Horvath. Fastball tipped into the catcher's mitt for strike 1. Count evens up now, 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, for those joining us on the stream, thank you so much for tuning in for our first evening of the CABC Gold Bat Tournament. Our second featured game of the evening. Earlier action saw the host team, the Sarnia Brigade, walk off to Burlington Brants 4-3 in that game. Currently in this one, we have a score of 5-2. for the Tecumseh Thunder over the Newmarket Hawks. That pitch in there for a strike from veteran right-hander Chris Horvath. Count even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes with center fielder Bryn Sanford at the dish. 0 for 2 this evening. That pitch misses down for a ball. Count full now, 3-2. Bryn had a bunt back to the pitcher in the first and then struck out in the third. Count now full here as Horvath has a look into Noah Ruddle. Here comes the pitch. Fastball on the inside corner, and that is a called strike 3. And Bryn Sanford is down on strikes here for the first out. So that's going to bring up the catcher, Troy McLaughlin, here with 1 out in the top of the 6th. Troy 1 for 2 tonight so far with a single back in the first. He also scored a run and then struck out in the third. First pitch from Horvath. Ooh, that pitch sails up and in. And Troy Sanford going to make his way to first. So a little bit of life here for the Hawks as they have the runner reached with 1 out. And that's going to bring up the architect of the offense so far tonight for the Newmarket Hawks, first baseman Colby Guy. So he had a 2-run home run back in the first inning off of Chris Horvath. Here's the first pitch to him. That ball hit hard on the ground to shortstop. Workington up with it, flips to second, on to first. And that is a tidy 6-4-3 double play. And that is going to be all for the Hawks here in the top half of the 6th inning. No runs on no hits. There were no Tecumseh errors. And they leave no one on base. The score after 5.5 innings of play remains the Tecumseh Thunder 5 and the Newmarket Hawks 2. We'll take a brief pause. We'll be right back for the bottom of the 6th just after a quick break. All right, we're back for action here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 3-4-5 due up here for the Tecumseh Thunder with right fielder Ross Barker leading things off. A little slider from Lucas Earl drops in for strike 1. Earl took over last inning for starter Ryan Perron. That pitch also drops in for a strike. Finds himself up now 0-2. Here's the pitch. That slider going to miss outside for a ball. So the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. That ball in on the hands, popped up towards short right field. Second baseman Paul Wilson going to make his way back. A little bit of a stumble there, but Paul Wilson able to outmaneuver the sniper and still make that catch for the first out here in the bottom of the sixth inning. So one out here for first baseman Cam Goddard. He hits that ball hard on the ground to third base. Giancos up with it across the diamond in time to retire Goddard for the second out of the inning. So two quick outs here for Lucas Earl. He delivers to catcher Noah Ruddles. He tips that one into the catcher's mitt for strike one. That pitch going to find the outside corner as well for strike two. Count now 0-2 on catcher Noah Ruddle. Ruddle 0 for 1 tonight. He has a pair of walks, so he's reached base twice. That slider hit hard towards center field. It's going to send Brent Sanford back towards the fence. That's going to go off the base of the fence and stay in the park. Strong throw to second base. But Noah Ruddle able to get in there safely, standing up with a two-out double. Now we'll bring up the third baseman, Patrick Kibble. Kibble this evening also 0 for 1 with a pair of walks. He's scored a run. He struck out back in the second. He takes a pitch for a ball there, so the count 1-0. That ball hit hard down the left field line, but it will go foul. Another pitch from Earl. That one fouled back to the backstop. So the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the home half of the sixth inning. Runner on second base for the Thunder. That's Noah Ruddle, who just hit a double. Hit on the ground towards third base, also foul. So good battle here between Kibble and left-hander Lucas Earl. That pitch missing just up for a ball. Evens the count now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And bottom of the sixth inning here right now. 5-2 Tecumseh Thunder over the Newmarket Hawks. That pitch misses down in the dirt. Good block there from catcher Troy McLaughlin. Count full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. More than likely the runner not going to be on the move here, as no runner behind him at first base. Earl with the long look in. He comes set at the belt. Here comes the pitch. That curveball going to miss out and away for a ball. Patrick Kibble going to make his way to first with his 3rd walk on the evening. And that's going to bring up left fielder Tyler Ruddle. As he settles in to face Lucas Earl. Here's his first pitch. Fastball on the inside corner for strike 1. Another good pitch there from Earl. That one swung on and missed by Tyler Ruddle for strike 2. Count now 0-2 here as Lucas Earl tries to navigate himself through this jam here in the home half of the sixth. That one fouled into the netting. So the count remains 0-2. That pitch misses up and in for a ball. 1-2 strike. Kim, I see your comment. I'm not ignoring you. I promise we're going to get to that in the next half inning with Chris. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Earl. That one popped up and it's going to be back and out of play. A very loud foul ball there that someone might not be happy to be seeing after the game. Another 1-2 pitch from Earl. That one hit on the hands towards short right field, and that's going to be trouble. That just gets down in front of Lenny Wood. One runner going to come across, another one coming in. As Tyler Ruddle going to make his way all the way around to third on that play. That's going to be a 2-run triple for Tyler Ruddle. And that's going to add on to the Tecumseh lead here as it's now 7-2. As Keaton Ruddle takes a first pitch strike from left-hander Lucas Earl. Reminder to fans to stay tuned after the game as we're going to have our Revel Bats MVP announcements for the 2 MVPs for the games. There'll be one from each team. That pitch just missing down and in for a ball. Count now evens up at 1-1. One pitch. Nice curveball in the outside corner there for strike 2 from Earl. Earl with that big 12-6 deuce. That one sails outside for a ball. Evens the count now at 2-2. Oh, sorry, 3-2 the count. My apologies. Our scoreboard operator letting us down again. Here's the full count pitch. Hit on the ground towards third. That is going to be chopped foul. Earl with a look in. Here's the full count pitch coming again. That one hit towards right center field, and that is going to get down in front of Lenny Wood. And that is going to bring in another run. For the Tecumseh Thunder as they now run their lead to 8-2. And that's going to bring up the number 9 hitter on the evening, Austin Olds, playing center field. Olds is 1 for 2. My apologies. 0 for 1 with a fielder's choice. He had a sac bunt, and then back in the second inning, he had a walk. That pitch misses down from Lucas Earl for a ball. That ball hit in the air towards right field. Lenny Wood looks like he has a beat on this one, and he will make the catch. And that is all for the Thunder here in the bottom of the 6th inning, but not before they put together a little bit of a run there as they get 3 runs. Three runs on 3 hits. There were no Newmarket errors. And there was one runner left on base. The score after 6 complete innings of play here from Stan Slack Field in beautiful Sarnia, Ontario. It is the Tecumseh Thunder who have now blown this game open with an 8-2 lead over the Newmarket Hawks. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back. Reminder, don't forget at the end of the game, we're going to have our player of the game announcements brought to you by Rebel Bats. So stay tuned for those. We'll be right back. All right, we are back for the top of the 7th inning here from Stan Slack Field as Chris Horvath makes his way to the mound to try and finish what he started here as he looks to try and close this one out for the Thunder. It is shortstop Reed Lunny leading things off for the Newmarket Hawks. Horvath, a pretty impressive evening so far as he's only allowed 2 runs back in the first inning on that home run off of the bat of Colby Guy. Is Reed Lunny able to get that one over the head of the center fielder? And he will trot into second base with a leadoff double here for the Newmarket Hawks. So for Horvath, only 2 runs so far. Only those 2 hits in the first inning until that one right there by Reed Lunny here in the 7th. And he has amassed 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 11 strikeouts to this point for Chris. So he'll get a quick visit here from catcher Noah Ruddle. It does look like we have a pinch hitter here. So Robin Fox Pappas all done for the evening. It's going to be Alex Koch that's going to step in to take some swings. So Koch with his first look at Chris Horvath up close here. First pitch, a good hack there, but comes up empty on that fastball for strike 1. Another good fastball there from Horvath comes up empty on the swing for strike 2. So a quick 0-2 hill hole here for Alex Koch. Here's the 0-2 pitch. A fastball comes up and in. That one definitely going to sting a little bit. I think Matt Richard going to take a jog out here and just make sure he's okay for a second before he keeps going with the at-bat. So the count remains here, 1 ball and 2 strikes. It looks like Koch's okay to continue here. Horvath with the long look in here. He comes set at the belt. Reed Lunny with the lead from second base as that fastball misses outside for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count here. My apologies. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. That fastball just misses inside. I believe the count is now full, 3-2. Oh, nope, sorry, apologies. Home plate umpire says 2 balls, 2 strikes for the count. Horvath set at the belt. Here's the pitch. A nasty slider there, and that is strikeout number 12 for Chris Horvath this evening, as he sends down Alex Koch for the first out here in the top of the 7th. We will have another pinch hitter here for the Newmarket Hawks, as Cooper Tompkinson going to step in and take some swings here for Lenny Wood. First pitch, that one's going to be fouled back and out of play for strike 1. So the count now 0-1. Tecumseh Thunder currently lead this game by a score of 8-2. 0-1 pitch from Horvath. Ooh, change up there. Nasty pitch from Horvath. Count now is 0-2. So Tompkinson will dig back in here. Horvath with the sign, and now comes set. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And fouled right back into the screen. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Again, reminder at the end of this one, stick around. We're going to have our Rebel Bats Player of the Game announcements for both teams. Each player will be receiving a small trophy bat here that I have with me for the accomplishment. Another foul ball from Cooper Tompkinson back into the backstop. Count still going to remain here, 0-2. That ball hit towards left center field. Center fielder going to make his way over. He'll make the catch. Austin Olds able to bring that one in. So the Newmarket Hawks down to their final out here in this one, as Tyler Giancos going to make his way to the plate. That pitch just misses for ball 1. Horvath set. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Giancos takes that one for a strike. Count is now 1 ball and 1 strike. That one tipped into the glove of Noah Ruddle for strike 2. So the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. Horvath with a long look in here. He has the sign he wants now and comes set. Here's the pitch. That fastball just a bit up in the zone for a ball. 2-2 now. Reed Lunny with the lead from second base. Here's the pitch. That slider misses just down for a ball, and Gianco's able to work himself into a full count here. 3 balls and 2 strikes now, the count. Horvath with the long look in here to Noah Ruddle. He has the sign he wants after a shake. Here's the pitch. Fastball hit on the ground towards second base. Caden Gomes makes his way over onto first. And that is all for the Newmarket Hawks here in the top of the 7th. No runs on 1 hit. No errors. And the Hawks strand 1 guy on base. The final score this evening from Stan Slack Field, it is the Tecumseh Thunder victorious over the Newmarket Hawks by a score of 8-2. With a quick look at our box scores. For the Newmarket Hawks, they scored 2 runs on 3 hits. They had no errors. And they leave only 3 runners on base. For the Tecumseh Thunder, they score 8 runs on 8 hits. There was 1 error, and they leave 10 runners on base. Our Rebel Bats Player of the Game awards for the Newmarket Hawks. It's first baseman Colby Guy with a 2-run home run back in the first inning, getting the honors for the Hawks. For the Tecumseh Thunder, the player of the game this evening goes to Cam Goddard, who goes 1 for 3 with a double, a run scored, and collects 3 RBIs as well. That's all for our game here this evening. Appreciate everyone tuning in throughout the day. Again, final score here, it is the Tecumseh Thunder victorious in their first game at the Gold Bat Tournament with a 8-2 victory over the Newmarket Hawks. We appreciate everyone joining in. Thank you so much. We'll be back at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning here from Stan Slack Field, as it will be the host, Sarnia Brigade, taking on the Brampton Royals. Both teams currently sit at 1-0. Should be a good one here tomorrow morning. Take care. Have a great evening. And so long for now.